guys, Toby Huff back today for Human Anatomy with Patrick Brown. Today actually, in the lab, we had our second practical. It was over the skeletal system and naming the components and the bones and those. And so we don't know what we made on that yet. We'll figure it out by Wednesday. He'll bring those into the class because he always tries to do it the next class period. So more than likely it will be on Wednesday whenever we figure out what we made on there. But if you studied before the test and while you're taking the test, you should have pretty good knowledge of how many you missed. I'm saying that because, if you did study, if you didn't study, then you would go in there and you would have guessed on more than likely all of them. And you wouldn't know really how well you did, but it would probably be failing. But if you did study and you went in there and while you're keeping up with it throughout the test, oh, well, I don't know this one. This one I have a pretty good guess because I know that this was that, and so this could be this. So you can kind of keep up in your head with how many you might have missed and know if you did pretty well or pretty bad according to that. But then some things to study. Just now we're going to start going over the muscular system because we finished the notes for the skeletal system in class today, not in the lab, but before that we didn't take notes in lab today. But our test for the skeletal system, our actual class test, not practical, will be on Monday. So next Monday. So to study for that, I am going over everything that I've got in my notes that I got from the bookstore at the beginning of the semester, and everything that I've marked throughout these notes is what's going to be on the test, and they're highlighted on the board. So every class period that we are taking notes, the things that I've marked are on the board highlighted. And then to study for that stuff, basically what I've been doing is just going over those things, and then I'll kind of put them as I'm reading them. I'll read them as they are, but then I'll also kind of switch it up and put it in the form of a question and ask myself the question and then look at the answer that is highlighted in the notes. And so another way is just, which I haven't done this, but in the past I've had study groups, where we just sit down and we ask each other the questions, but we change them into a question because in the notes they're obviously not in the form of a question, but you read off whatever is highlighted, ask it in the form of a question, and they're looking to give you the correct answer. So other than that, we've got a little bit of homework that you can do from the first chapter, and it's over each of the regions, and those are in the abdominal area. And what you do is you just, what it contains, right, hypochondriac region, whatever it contains in there. So maybe it contains the small intestine or the spleen. I'm just naming off things right now. I haven't actually gone over this yet. I'm filling that out later, and I'm going to put whatever is in there, but those aren't actually in there. I'm just giving examples. So we won't have a lot of homework in this class, and this isn't even mandatory, but he has given us the choice to do that. So it'll help your grade go up. And I know that that's always a good thing whenever you get something extra like that to help your grade out. So other than that, I'm checking. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot more to cover for this week's video, but throughout this coming week, we are going to start going over the muscular system. That will not be on the next test. Next test will only be the skeletal system. And so Wednesday, come to class with your notebook and a pencil and a highlighter to mark down those questions that are going to be on the test and to take notes. So I will see y'all next week.